Ottoman bloodlines, why sultans killed their brothers. In this video, we uncover one of the darkest secrets of Ottoman history, the shocking law that allowed sultans to kill their own brothers. Learn how Sultan Mehmed the Conqueror, Mehmed II, introduced a brutal legal code that forever changed the path to power in the empire. Discover the bloody rivalries, political justifications, and the chilling reality behind the Ottoman tradition of royal fratricide. Was it a necessary evil to protect the empire, or a betrayal of Islamic values? Join us as we dive deep into the dramatic world of palace intrigue, betrayal, and survival at any cost. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more stories from history's hidden corners. The Ottoman Empire, often celebrated for its grandeur and longevity, harbored darker elements beneath its magnificent facade. Among these was the chilling practice of killing royal brothers to secure the throne. While fratricide had occurred before, Sultan Mehmed II, known as Mehmed the Conqueror, formalized and legalized the practice through a decree known as the Kanun Name. This article explores the brutal origins, motivations, religious justifications, and historical consequences of this grim Ottoman policy. Mehmed II issued a law stating whichever of my sons inherits the throne, it is acceptable for him to kill his brothers for the sake of state order, and most scholars approve this. This decree did not invent fratricide but codified it as an official Ottoman policy. Before Mehmed II's rule, Ottoman sultans had already killed brothers who threatened their power, such as Bayezid I, who executed his brave brother Yaqub immediately after taking the throne, fearing competition. Fratricide wasn't new. After Bayezid first died in the captivity of Tamerlane, his sons fought a brutal civil war. Later, Mehmed I killed his competing brothers to secure rule. Some sources even claim Mehmed II himself ordered the strangulation of an infant brother, although this remains disputed. Nevertheless, frequent bloody struggles between brothers had made it clear, without strict measures, the empire risked falling into chaos. For the Ottomans, the Sultan was not merely a ruler but God's shadow on earth. They believed the Sultan and the state were inseparable, and any threat to the Sultan was a threat to divine order itself. This belief, deeply rooted in ancient Turkic tribal traditions, prioritized strength over moral or religious prohibitions. Rather than adapting their customs to Islamic principles, Ottomans often bent religion to justify their existing tribal traditions, including killing rivals preemptively. Islamic history had seen its share of violent successions, like the brutal conflict between the sons of Harun al-Rashid and the sons of Salah al-Din al-Ayyubi. However, none of these rulers legislated preemptive murder as state policy. The Ottomans were unique in codifying the right to kill potential rivals before they could even act suspiciously, framing it as a religiously acceptable action under the principle of preventing greater harm. Following Mehmed II's law, successive Ottoman rulers committed shocking acts. Selim first killed his brothers and even their sons after taking the throne. Suleiman the Magnificent ordered the deaths of his sons Mustafa and Bayezid, and also murdered Mustafa's infant son. Murad III immediately executed 5 brothers upon accession. Mehmed III holds the grim record by executing 19 brothers after becoming sultan. The killings were usually carried out by strangulation with a bowstring, a practice rooted in Central Asian traditions, avoiding the shedding of royal blood. After so much bloodshed, a new system was created, the cage, kafs. Princes were no longer sent to govern provinces but were imprisoned inside the palace in isolation. Denied marriage, education, or meaningful interaction, many future sultans developed severe psychological problems. Some, like Sultan Suleiman II, reportedly pleaded with guards to kill him swiftly rather than make him endure endless fear and imprisonment. By the late 18th century, the empire gradually moved away from fratricide. Instead of killing rivals, the Ottomans adopted a system where the eldest male of the dynasty inherited the throne, regardless of direct descent. This shift was codified formally in the Constitution of 1876, but it was a late and desperate reform. By then, the damage done by centuries of fratricidal terror had left lasting scars on the dynasty's stability. Despite clear historical evidence, some modern defenders of the Ottoman legacy still deny or justify the fratricide policy. Some argue that Mehmed II never issued the Kanun name or that he did not mean killing by disposing of brothers. Others claim that the practice was a religious necessity to prevent civil war. However, scholars, including Turkish historians like Yilmaz Öztuna, Halil İnalcık, and pro-Ottoman writers like Muhammad Farid Bey, confirm the authenticity and brutal intent of the law. Facing history honestly means acknowledging both the greatness and the cruelty of empires, without blind glorification or unjustified denial.